What is the contraceptive ring?
When people talk about having sex, they sometimes mean putting a penis into someone else's vagina. This kind of sex can lead to pregnancy. But some people like having sex because it feels good, and they don't want to become pregnant. Using contraception can help prevent pregnancy while you're having sex. Some people call contraception birth control. Pregnancy happens when a sperm meets an egg, and birth control stops that from happening. The contraceptive ring is a kind of contraception. Some people call it the Nuva Ring or just the ring. It's a thin, flexible plastic ring that you put inside your vagina. You need a prescription for the Nuva Ring, which you can get from either a doctor or a nurse. And it's used on a schedule, so you have to replace it once every month. The ring keeps the eggs from leaving the ovaries and entering the uterus, so even if sperm get inside the uterus, there won't be any eggs there to fertilize. Some people like the ring because it's a safe and effective birth control when used correctly. It can make your periods lighter, and it can help your cramps be lighter as well. Some people don't like the ring because you still have to remember to replace it once every month, which can be a hassle for some folks. It can be up to $200, and it's not totally private. You still need to keep the packages around. Here's what people are saying about the ring.
So in the past, I have used the Nuva Ring. I use that without condoms or any other form of birth control. And I didn't use any other forms of birth control because at the time I was in a monogamous relationship and we had both been previously tested for STIs. I got the Nuva Ring from my family doctor. It was recommended for me after I had used oral birth control pills, and I didn't find that they worked that well for me. So it was an option from my family doctor to try something different. I really liked that I could not think about it every day. I also really liked that it was something that I didn't have to take orally or by mouth. I found that sometimes the birth control pill, taking it by mouth, it didn't necessarily work for me, or I got some different side effects that weren't always desirable. So it was nice to try the Nuva Ring, something that was used vaginally instead. It was a little bit easier not to forget. When I was using the Nuva Ring, I didn't like the way that it felt when I had sex. I found that sometimes it felt like there wasn't necessarily enough room, or I felt like maybe my partner could feel it. Talking to my partner about it, sometimes they said that they could, sometimes they said that they couldn't. So we usually ended up just taking it out whenever we would have penetrative sex. But then it was sort of tricky because there's a time window that you have to fall within to put it back inside to make sure it's still working. So that was something that I didn't always love about the Nuva Ring. When I was taking the Nuva Ring, I found that I had increased vaginal discharge, which was something that I didn't expect. I also found that I still got a lot of kind of hormonal related side effects. So I still had some nausea, and I still had breast tenderness, and felt really hormonal a lot of the time.
Everyone's experience is different. Just because someone liked using the ring doesn't mean that you will. And just because someone doesn't like using it doesn't mean that you won't. Side effects are also different for every person. Just because someone had a certain side effect doesn't mean you'll have that as well. The ring is good at preventing pregnancy, but it doesn't protect against sexually transmitted infections. Only condoms protect against STIs, which is why some folks choose to use both the ring and condoms when having sex, to protect against both STIs and prevent pregnancy. If you're curious about using the ring, you can talk to a doctor or a nurse.